For more on this, let's bring in a member of that House Intelligence Committee, Republican Congressman from Ohio, Brad Wenstrup. Congressman, good morning. So many questions I have for you. Hopefully something's changed from the last time I spoke with you, which was about this time last week, Congressman. I asked you if you had reached out to your colleague, Eric Swalwell. Have you spoken with him?
No, I've not. As a matter of fact, I haven't even seen him. But I will say what I do want to appreciate is what Fox is doing and other networks that happen to be covering this story, because mainstream media is not. Look, I'm a soldier and I've deployed into war, and I can tell you that loose lips sink ships, and when there's foreign interference in anything that we're doing, it's of grave concern, and the nation needs to know about it. And also members of Congress need to know about it. It seems to me mainstream media is just giving it a pass. Nancy Pelosi seems to be just wanting to give him a pass. Adam Schiff seems to be wanting to give him a pass. If there's nothing to hide here, then be transparent. Tell us what actually took place. And as Eric Swalwell says, they can't talk about it because it's classified. We have classified settings where he can engage with us. I can promise you, if this was a Republican, the mainstream media would be all over it. And if this was a Republican, they probably would be subpoenaed into the House Intel Committee for questioning under leadership, especially if it was Adam Schiff.
Congressman, does he continue to be privy to classified information since these revelations came to light, since we have learned more about what happened years ago? Is he still receiving that information?
Well, I was checking on that yesterday. He certainly seems to have access. If you go down to the secure facility, there is a way that you can get in, that only you can get in. And from what I could see, he still has that same access. And that, to me, is also concerning. But, you know, I just think if you're going to be briefing the Intelligence Committee and he's sitting there, wouldn't you want to know who that person is and what their engagement has been with a foreign entity before you speak?
Got it, Congressman, but we're trying to figure out what happens next, because clearly the Wall Street Journal and others are laying out a timeline as far as what we know, when we knew it, what he revealed to members of Congress. And Congressman, when we spoke to you last week, and by the way, this is the headline, the Wall Street Journal is asking, did a communist spy know the congressman was about to assume oversight of the CIA? And these are important questions to ask when you look at the timeline of these revelations, and then how he was put on that committee shortly after he supposedly told Nancy Pelosi and other members of Congress that this happened. So, Congressman, my question to you is, how do you find out? We talked to you this time last week, and you said that he continues to sit on the committee. You think that you've got big questions, reason why he should be pulled off of that committee. Nancy Pelosi, we went directly to her after you last week, and she said members of Congress were briefed on this. You said you were not. So which is it?
I don't know which members of Congress were briefed on this, and I don't know what capacity they were briefed on this. But I plan to reach out and have started to reach out to the FBI to try and get some type of conversation with them to let us know, especially members of the Intelligence Committee, what actually took place. The Wall Street Journal is right in trying to put together this timeline. I mean, the optics of this are horrible. Even if he did nothing wrong, which we don't know, the optics are absolutely horrible, and it would be the last person you want to put in this type of position. It's not the type of person. I can tell you on the Republican side, with the leader and the speaker, if we're in the majority, what the speaker's role is to put people on this committee that are trusted by the American people, and trusted on both sides of the aisle, for that matter. And this is not the situation that Eric Swalwell is in. He's not to be trusted.
Congressman, real quick on that, though, would there be a paper trail of that briefing that Nancy Pelosi says happened?
I would imagine there is, but I'm not privy to that. Apparently she is, but this is a situation, I think, of such national importance that if she got something, that maybe we all should get something and get the information, and let's be clear about what took place. And we're going to continue to fight for that. I promise you that.
I'm running out of time, but I'll end with this. The Journal says in their piece, both Swalwell and the Speaker need to explain who knew what and when about the Chinese infiltration of its political network, and why many Intel Committee colleagues were not told, among other issues. My final question to you, Congressman, again, short on time, but what about her? I mean, what are we doing to find out or dig into or get access to their communications while this relationship was ongoing? Can't we get access to that? Can't the FBI get that?
We should get that, and as I said the last time I did speak with you, we need to know what Nancy Pelosi knew and when she knew it. Same with Adam Schiff, and same with Swalwell, and same with the FBI. That's the only way we're going to get to the bottom of this. This is not going away, I can promise you that, and we have to get these answers. You're asking all the right questions, and for that matter, so is the Wall Street Journal.
All right, we're just wondering how you, as a member of the Intel Committee, are going to move that story forward. And to be clear, you're calling for him to be pulled off that committee. Is that correct?
No, I don't think he should be on there right now, at least until the questions are answered. And I can tell you that as Republicans on the Intel Committee, we met yesterday, and we are having our discussions on how we move forward. And I'll just leave it at that right now, but we are not just sitting back.
Got it. Please follow up with us on any developments on that, Congressman. Appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you, Sandra.